Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you today. Hope everybody is doing well. It is what? Tuesday, January 20th. There we go. How's your morning going? Excuse me. What did we think about the national championship last night? Now, my man Tony said, "Good morning, crew." Well, Miami season ends and Dolphins hire who? Just a bad day as a Miami fan. Man, tough one there, buddy. Tough day for sure. Obviously, Indiana wins the national championship last night, 27-21. Miami certainly was threatening there at the end. That got absolutely tight there, and was a great game. But yeah, shout out to Indiana. First off, national champions, great job. And Tony, I hate it for you, man. It's one of those where, excuse me, that you hate that a team had to lose. You know what I mean? Amazing seasons for both Indiana and Miami. So, yeah, tough one there, my friend. But yeah, good season though. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Brian, AB, you see my email regarding the golf video? Yes, I will holler at you right after this, and we'll get that all set up. Yeah. So, what do we think? All right, we got the NFL coming up this week. What do we think? Any thoughts that you had from that national championship game? It was tight. It was real tight there. They were going conservative on offense, real conservative. And rightfully so. Mendoza was taking a beating. Oh, my goodness, man. Miami was bringing heat and getting pressure and just abusing that right side of the offensive line. They were wearing them out. Let's talk about the picks and what we had yesterday. So, solid day here. Indiana money line over 42.5. We got that one. Dartmouth money line, Harvard money line plus 175. Got that one. Indiana minus 8.5. We do not get that. Brighton and Bournemouth for Brad over 3. Did not get that one. We got Miami's team total as well. So sitting pretty solid there. It was a good day. We'll definitely take it. And good way to end college football season and continue with the football postseason. So good weekend, man. We will take that all weekend long. Matt said, no stars versus 5 stars. Great game. It definitely was. Addison, shout out, buddy. Sig, let's go. Kevin said, AB, big AB, it's a winning Tuesday. Let's go get it. Let's go get it indeed. And, man, Mendoza on that play that he scored. Oh, man. Dude, it looked like watching Josh Allen all over again, didn't it? The dude's tough, man. Mendoza, shout out to him. So, there we go. Oh, yeah. Also, so our parlay from yesterday. Here, I'll pull this full screen. I know it's tough to see. Indiana money line. So we get that one. Now we have the Patriots money line and the Seahawks money line this weekend at plus 205. So there we go. Also, Keg and KC and some other folks. Craig, good morning, AB and crew. I'm getting sad because our football days are numbered. I know, right? They really are. Yeah, shout out Keg KC and some others. Absolutely smoking it in the chat when they were talking about using the teaser numbers and middling, like an over 40.5 and an under 53.5. Absolutely nailed it. So great job. There we go. Kirk said, AB, the Fletcher ladder up to 100 cash. Beautiful work, Kirk. Nice job, man. Big Zach, good morning, Japan. Good morning, Liddy. Good morning. Absolutely love it. All right, let's jump into the show for today and get to the picks. Okay. Now, we're all college basketball. Spell Dog, good morning, AB and crew. Good morning, Spell Dog. Good to see you. Okay. Arkansas taking on Vanderbilt. We're going to talk about these games. This is a tough one. Japan, AB, I'm going to be on Saturday with some UFC bets. Nice. Can't wait, bro. Looking forward to it, man. Good to see you. All right. We'll talk about all these. I'm going to roll Arkansas minus 1.5. You could, money line parlay it, but again, it's 1.5. If Arkansas wins by 1, I'll be mad. Yeah. Fascinating game against Vanderbilt tonight. Arkansas at home. Auburn, money line. Purdue, money line. plus 130. And then Kansas. Yeah. And Spell Dog brought it up right here. Kansas plays Colorado. No Bill Self tonight. Admitted to the hospital yesterday. Yeah. Man, I feel bad for Bill Self. I know he's going through it, man. Yeah. So this is absolutely a thing. But I like Kansas here. I like the way the boys are playing. And not that, we use Bill Self in the hospital as betting motivation. And I wasn't saying that Spell Dog said it. He was saying it for the informational part. And I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, they do play hard. Yeah. Yeah. So again, like, not that we're banking on, we're not, but they do. They really do. Addison, AB, you should look up Fernando's aunt, take her out for a spaghetti dinner. Now we're talking. There we go. I love it. Well, good morning, crew. Do small things are great love. Love it, man. Well, good to see you, buddy. Big Jared, what's up, baby? Michigan minus 15.5. Ole Miss over 148.5. Going to tease both down for a two-piece as well. Nice. I like that, man. All right. Kansas money line, Clemson money line, plus 130. Now, let's talk about these games. Indiana and Michigan. All right, so Jared just talked about it. Michigan's a 15.5-point favorite against Indiana. Let me say this. Did the Indiana basketball team get to celebrate the national championship last night? My guess is no. I have a feeling that they got to celebrate together as a team. So, gonna try and see if we could bet on the hangover, but I don't know if we're gonna get that chance. Michigan, excuse me, jeez, I'm sorry. Michigan, the third ranked team in the country. As DTL Junkie says, go blue. They're really good. They're 15.5-point favorites against Indiana. No chill said, smash that like button. Appreciate you on that, man. And everybody, make sure like, subscribe, follow, all that to at No Chill Sports Media. Michigan is going to thump Indiana today. I kind of agree. 15.5 is a tough number, but that was tough. All right, UCF and Iowa State. Addison, breaking news. Sig has assumed basketball coaching duties. Indiana plus 15.5. I'm taking Indiana money line. No, Sig, that guy's awesome. I love how how he speaks. He's very direct. All right, UCF and Iowa State. Okay. All right. Iowa State on the bounce back. Let's go. We've got the 16-0. We've got that out of the way. We lost 2 games. And I say that positively. It was going to happen at some point. Just get it out of the way. Nobody's going undefeated. We're not let's just get it out of the way. I really like Iowa State here. Now, 12.5. Be careful. UCF is not Pepperdine, right? But I mean, Iowa State. I'm not saying that you have to get that number down, but I would. Yeah, Cyclone. Look, we're saying the exact same thing. Mm-hmm. It's just a large number, and UCF, even with the travel, UCF's not going to just roll over, But I'm with you on Iowa State, though. This is an excellent spot for them. Yeah, I feel you. Just a fan on this one. I feel you. No doubt. So, yeah, I mean, we know where we want to go. We just got to get that number right. Let me pull this full screen. LSU and Florida. All right. Florida is playing great. LSU, not as much. Total of 158.5. You can get here. Crystal, good morning. David, good morning. Oh, and Zach, Super Bowl squares. Yeah, check those out in the Discord for sure. Big shout out to Zach putting that together. No Chill says take Florida. There you go. Spoken from inside the house. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not a great spot for LSU basketball. Michael, I like Solitude. The Jets are not a good litmus test. Oh yeah, and the Titans. We'll talk about that in a second. Titans hired Robert Saleh. No, the Jets are not a good litmus test. Tina, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Tina. So good to see you. How are you? Tony, 14 and a half is a lot of, yeah, it is. It is. It's a tough number. All right, NC State and Clemson. So we got action on this one. We have Clemson on the money line. At home against NC State at the Little John Coliseum, the Kronk Center. Look, I like Clemson in the spot, but yeah, I like Clemson here. $16-3, man. Titans and Robert Saleh will work if he hires a good offensive coordinator and they draft weapons. Yeah. Is he really going to bring in Mike McDaniel from Miami? I saw what that offense does when it gets cold. No, thank you. I don't know. I'm with like you're correct on this, David. He had better go find an offensive coordinator. The Kronk Center. McDaniel is a strange duck. I don't understand that guy. I really don't. But I've seen him work, and I wasn't that impressed at any moment. I wasn't impressed with his organization. I wasn't impressed with his offense. I certainly wasn't impressed with the effort. So we're going to find out. But this ain't Miami. We're not showing up 8 minutes before the game in a hoodie. Going to Art Basel. All right. You're going to have to work. So we're going to find out about that. But setting up weird. That's what Tennessee does. St. Louis and Duquesne. St. Louis, 9.5-point favorites. St. Louis not only holding it down in the A10, they're holding it down in the country, 24th. 17-1. I don't think the Capri look would work in Tennessee. No. I can assure you of that. No. And that not showing up when it gets cold because we don't want to? No. Don't even bring that. No. I don't want anything to do with any of that. What I do want something to do, though, is Miami of Ohio Look at this. All right, I'm going to say it because we have to, but I don't want to do it to the boys. All right, you know what? And we can work around it. It's like baseball. Look at Miami. Pretty good record, eh? Strong. Kent State is not bad, though. Kent State is not a bad basketball team. This is going to be a good game. And look, it's at the Mac Center. How appropriate. What a great branding partnership that was. Nice job. Cortez, 23 months into a lifetime. Let's eat, family. Let's go, man. Cortez, thank you. I could not thank you enough for that. So here we go. This is going to be a fun basketball game tonight. Look at this. And Hawk says, I think they're the best three-point shooting team in the land. Mm-hmm. Look at that total. 168. I'm willing to give Mike McDaniel some breathing room. But that cold weather thing, check it at the door. Not doing that. Don't want any part of that. Don't want to be labeled soft as a city, as a state. I don't want anything to do with that poison. None of it. So check that at the door. If you're bringing that, don't. Just take it all away. Do not want any. I don't want anything to do with that, man. For real. You're gonna have to check. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully it was a Tua thing, because I will personally like, dude. I do not want anything to do with that mentality, with that mindset. Like, and I'm not coming at Miami. It just is what it is. Like, don't bring that to Nashville, bro. Just don't come. If you're bringing that, don't come here. Go coach somewhere else. Michigan State and Oregon. All right. This is a tough one. No. McDaniel's not going to Pittsburgh. No. Not a good fit. Pittsburgh really is not putting up with the I can't operate in cold and I'm wearing culottes. No. Wrong culture fit. Wenzel. Buffalo gave Miami a game last time out. Kent State is live for an upset. Yeah, look, that's the thing. And I'm just going to say it because it's hard to talk on this show by using like coded language. Miami of Ohio is 19-0, and they're going to lose at some point very soon. It's just going to happen. That said, though, it's a hard road to go down. Of just the night after night fading a really good team. That's also playing with fire. But I'm with you. Kent State is a good basketball team. This is a good spot. Yeah. All right. Aubie. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. All right. Yeah. So Michigan State and Oregon. So Michigan State a 10.5-point favorite. Total 138.5. Oregon's 8-10 and 1-6 in the Big Ten. It is what it is. But Man, 10.5 on the road. That's a big number. I really like Michigan State here, but I would try to get that number down. Text or maybe a live play. I don't know. I just hate to send anybody out into the world with an 11-point favorite on the road. That's a low percentage shot. You know what I mean? Texas Tech and Baylor. This could be a good one. Look at this total, 155.5. Two fun basketball teams. Now, Baylor, we're holding on. We're holding on. It started great. We're going in a direction. Texas Tech. Yeah, Aubie, I'm with you. I'm with you. I like Texas Tech too. Addison, goalie fight last night between San Jose Sharks and the Florida Panthers. Worth looking up. There we go. Now we're talking. We need some of that for sure. Yeah, there's a risk here, but Texas Tech at 1.5 is playable. Here we go. Vanderbilt and Arkansas. All right, we're on Arkansas, 1.5-point favorite. Look at this total. 174.5. Healthy. Look, I'm going with Arkansas. Now, I feel like I'm always fading Vanderbilt basketball, and I don't want to do that. This team is amazing. I really enjoy them. This is a tough spot, though. Arkansas is very good and battle tested. John Calipari, they're a good basketball team, man. Playing at home. Yeah, I'm going to take my shot here with Arkansas. Georgia and Missouri. This will be a good game. Georgia, 1.5-point favorite on the road. Total 164.5. Kirk, AB, is Michigan State playing multiple West Coast games? If they are, they're losing one of those. You know what? That's a good look. Something to watch out for. Great point, Tony. I have to agree on fading Vandy, but yeah, I know that's the problem, man. I don't want to fade this team at all. They're so much fun. They're all effort. They're everything that you want, man. You know. But yeah, I think I like Arkansas on the spot. We're gonna find out. Georgia and Missouri. Yeah. Georgia's 15-3. We saw it last year. Picking right up. Big test. Tuesday night on the road in Missouri. Let's find out how tough we are. You know what I mean? Jason, defense travels and Michigan State defense is legit. Very well coached. All of it. Yeah. Keep going. Purdue and UCLA. All right. So we have Purdue on the money line. Purdue, 5.5-point favorites on the road from the Pauley Pavilion in beautiful Los Angeles, California. Total 149.5. I almost played the over. I don't hate it. Yeah, Aubie, give me the over. I agree. I think you're going to get points in this one. And then Kansas and Colorado. We got a great big Tuesday in college basketball. Get digging into conference play. It's nice. Junkie, Big Ten owns football, basketball, hockey. This is true. It's true. Big Ten as a conference has done serious work over the last, say, 5 years. Man, they're leading the charge. Kansas, Colorado. So no Bill Self tonight for Kansas, their head coach, hospitalized there, and obviously we wish him the best. Not messing with the spread. Kansas money line. That's as high as I'm going. But this team does play well. Unfortunately, when Bill Self isn't there. And again, we're not basing any of the bet off of that. But you have to ask the question, if it were the other way, if, they didn't play well, right? So we at least check that box. And honestly, man, I think that this is a Kansas team that's finding themselves. I think they're finding themselves every time the roll the ball out on the floor and let's play, Hawk. But I thought it's just different in the SEC, right? It ain't right now, baby. Big Ten running the show. Yeah, so I like it. This is gonna be a gritty game. Um, you know, Scotty say, "Got to run, brother." Scotty, man, good to see you, buddy. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday, my friend. So good to see you, and I appreciate you coming by. Yeah, I think you're going to get that gritty stuff, like the game that you think that you're going to get Kansas coach at. Like I think that's what we're going to get. So a total of 155.5 there. I will talk about the NBA in just a second. Let me get the picks back up here. All right. Arkansas -1.5 college basketball. Auburn money line and Purdue money line. Put those two together plus 130. Auburn taking on Ole Miss, and Kansas money line and Clemson money line plus 130. Tone Loke said, "AAB, sorry late to the show. Why you hating on Fowler and Herb Street?" Yeah, I made the comment last night. I don't have anything against Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit. I think that they're just over it. Honestly, let me pull this full. Fowler will not stop talking. Hey, we've got to calm Fowler down. Like he's running sentences from 3 plays ago, and he's just trying to fit it all in. It's like, dude, just stop. But yeah, I look, how long have they been doing it? For 20 years? I don't know. I think I'm done. And again, I don't have anything against Fowler and Herbstreit, but yeah, Brian, I did too. I muted it. Literally, like they're telling stories from 2012. You know, Kirk absolutely thinks he's bigger than the game. No doubt. It's just too much. Like I'll say this: the best way I can put it is this: I have nothing against Fowler or Herbstreit. Nothing. I've heard it. I've heard all the stories. I've heard it. You know what I mean? Like their stories all involve Nick Saban. It's the same thing. Yeah. So again, like I'm not trying to be negative, and I'm certainly not like coming at them at the job that they do, because that job is impossibly difficult. And no, I'm not one of those that's saying, well, I could walk in and do it. No, that job is unbelievably hard, right? But I don't know. Like I've heard the stories. Like I agree with this. And as a Tennessee person, that's all they talk. It's just Saban and the SEC. Like, I, I, if I were a fan of anybody else, I would be tired of it. And again, I'm not. We're not coming at anybody. Like, we're not doing that. But I mean, literally, like, how long is enough? Like, you're kind of going on. We've had a generation of it. You know, I don't think the kids coming up are going to get into Fowler and Herb Street stories of 2006. You know, I don't know, but that's just me though. Like, it's not a big deal, but I think I realized it last night. Like, I've heard it. Like, it to me. It felt like, you know what it felt like to me. It felt like going over to my grandpa's house, and I've heard every story he's told, and I'm just gonna get the same stories. Like, I don't know. And again, I don't make it's not personal, but I could just tell last night. I was like, oh, this is faded. Like, everything's now like an inside joke with the two. Once you let me say this, I've worked in television for a little while. Inside jokes are not good. Like, I think that those two have kind of checked out on it. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just me. Like, they could keep going. They do a fine job, but I'm out. Like, I've heard it. I've heard it, man. It's old. Let's go to the NBA. Suns and the 76ers. 76ers a 1.5-point favorite. Now, I don't have any plays for you because everything in the NBA is going to change in about 4 hours. So I don't want to lead you astray here. We'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern, but we can at least set the table for what we have. And unfortunately, Jimmy Butler's out for the year. So I felt horrible about feeling like I did that with the bet that we had last night in the afternoon show. So that stinks. Yeah. Sixers, 1.5-point favorites, total of 223.5. Kirk, Scott Van Pelt is I love that dude. Yeah, and look again, it's nothing personal against Fowler and Herb Street. I felt it last night. I was watching. I was like, this feels like we've been here before, and I mean, for them, they've called how many of those games? A million of them. Like, they've checked out. They just cashing checks at this point. Clippers and the Bulls. Bulls a 3.5-point favorite. Total 226.5. Look, I rock with the Bulls, but clip show. Are we? I think we're all bought in. Vucevic over 3.5. Auto play. Let's go. An assist. Yeah, Matty Ice. Yeah, I gotta hate seeing anyone get injured, but brutal injuries in the later stages of your career never fun. Career shortening type stuff. Yeah, 100%, man. Like, it was brutal to see. And then when the notification came through after the game, yeah, it was tough. Spurs and the Rockets. Here we go. Rockets a 4.5-point favorite. Total of 219.5. What are you doing here? These are two excellent basketball teams. Look at this total. 219.5. We were going with the over, right? All right. Okay. Look, what we have to decide real quick. All right. Let's play some games real quick. Or not games, but you get what I'm saying. What we have to figure out is this for the afternoon show. We'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern, right? What we have to figure out is this. What are we doing with the Spurs and the Rockets? Okay. That's number one. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. So, number one, let's figure out for this afternoon what are we getting down on with the Spurs and the Rockets? And then number two, let's go back to college basketball. And as a show, we got to figure out what we're doing. Miami and Kent State, we have to have something on this game. So we have time. 3 p.m. Eastern today, right here at Driving the Line. Yeah. Liddy, do we need to send a wall anchor? No, but acquiring. Give me just a minute on that. Yeah. Yes. Paul, good to see you, man. Bentalen Victor under 2.5 blocks, hit 5 in his last 6 games. There we go. Great look. Great look. And Paul, appreciate it, man. It's good to see you, buddy. Yeah. All right. So we need to figure out for this afternoon, Miami Kent State game. Are we riding with Miami or are we fading it? Which side are we getting down on? All right. So we're going to figure that out. And then number two, we've got to figure out NBA wise, Spurs and the Rockets, how we want to get down. So 3 p.m. Eastern today, right here at Driving the Line. There we go. That's what we need. Jingles. All right. Timberwolves and the Jazz. Timberwolves 12.5-point favorites. Matty boy. Yep. Yeah, you guys sent everything perfectly. Just a small adjustment I need to do on my end. It's a wall thing, not you. Y'all were amazing. All right, Timberwolves and the Jazz. Timberwolves 12.5-point favorites. You taking that on the road? Has anybody ever driven from Minnesota to Utah? I've never driven any of any of those regions. I've been to Minnesota. I've never been to Utah. Minnesota was cold. Duh. Yeah, that's a lot of points. Yeah, Jared, I agree. In both factors. Kirk, Giddey might be back, but they might limit his minutes. Yep. Correct, my friend. Lakers and the Nuggets. Aubie, Utah is awesome. It looks beautiful. Yeah. Like, I'm a huge fan of everything West Coast. Top to bottom, Southwest to Pacific Northwest. You know what I mean? Like, all of it. It looks beautiful. Matty boy. No. No, you're good. Jared, smash spot on the over for Lakers and Nuggets. I was thinking the same thing. 228.5 is very attainable. Now, Lakers 2.5-point favorites on the road. Liddy, what are we doing with that? West Coast is the best coast. Yep. It's pretty awesome. It is. Speaking of the West Coast, yeah. So what are we doing here? This is a tough one. All right, so we have time. Again, we'll be live 3 p.m. Eastern. I really kind of like LA right here. Y'all talking national park. I see you. I kind of dig the Lakers here. I don't know yet though. Need to do more work on it. We have time for that, but yeah, Kirk, why aren't they playing him? Nurkic. From LA. Fade LaFlop. No all-star game for you. There you go. Spoken about Los Angeles from Los Angeles. Liddy, thank you, my friend. All right. Here we go. Brad, is that LeVar Ball Arena? It is. Where's LeVar Ball? We have got to get LeVar Ball back in the mix. Does anyone miss LeVar Ball? Did anyone buy Big Baller brand gear? Anyone? Those shoes were expensive. Look, I'm not going to lie. LeVar Ball made me smile. The whole time we had him. Yes. Brian said, do not miss LeVar. It totally was. It totally was. Like, oh my God, no. No, are you serious? Oh, dude, I did not know that. That makes me so sad. Like, I genuinely like LeVar Ball, man. Like, dang. Man, I hope anybody doesn't think like I did not know that at all. Dang, man, that's terrible. How's he doing? He holding up all right? Oh my goodness, man. That's brutal, man. Mm. Dang, I hate to hear that. But I appreciate the info though. Like, let me know. Paul, I gotta check in on that, man. I hope that dude's all right. So Arkansas -1.5, -115 against Vanderbilt. Auburn money line, Purdue money line. Paul, good as can be expected. Good. Good. And you know that guy's definitely got, big spirits. And man, I just hope he's doing all right. That's tough, man. Poor guy. Arkansas 1.5, Auburn money line, Purdue money line, Kansas money line, Clemson money line. Put those two together, plus 130. Okay. All right, we'll bounce out of here. Got about 45 minutes. So I want to keep you guys. We'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern, and let's talk about Miami of Ohio tonight, and then Spurs and the Rockets. What we need to do with that. All right. 3 p.m. Eastern, we'll be live. Until then, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets, and we will see you soon. Thanks. Who's got it better than us? No!